Everyone, and welcome back to the Nova Project. I'm your host, as ever, Purple8, joined once more by the woman who couldn't be bothered to switch places with me so the mic could actually pick her up. The Obsidian Nook, / Battle ASMR, / my wife. What, go on, why don't you say something with that angry look on your face?
Hi.
There you go. Anyway, today we are doing another TV show, while we have now TV for all of about 5 minutes, seemingly. We are doing Sweetpea, a TV show that Madam had a lot spoiled off the internet, because of course, that's usually how it goes. A TV show that I didn't think I was going to end up watching till the end with you, definitely, but here we are. So, babe, why don't you give your story of how you came across this show?
TikTok. Ella from Fallout / Lucy.
Well, there you go. As you may or may not know, we covered Fallout a while ago to the disgust of Morgan, but he doesn't exactly come on to fucking record it with us, so he can complain all he wants, but he doesn't actually, put the effort in. But yeah, we covered Fallout, we absolutely love that. Ella Purnell, who is the protagonist of both of these shows, does a really, I don't know if she does a better job in this or Fallout. I think she does a great job with both.
Both.
Yeah. Thanks for that bit of input, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so...
Well, I wouldn't...
She was also in Army of the Dead, I forgot to mention, which we covered yonks ago.
I remember.
Yeah, she was terrible in that. That whole film was pretty bad, but she was particular. Her character was shit.
I watched someone's TikTok where they did a video about all of the acting she's done since childhood, and she was also in Miss Peculiar's Home for
Extraordinary Kids or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what was it Miss Peregrine, not Miss Peculiar?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I don't remember that show, film, whichever it was of the two.
It was a film.
Of course, someone would know, because it's books. I couldn't even get the name correctly.
Apparently it didn't do well, hence why it didn't get any more films.
Fair enough. That's pretty fair. There are a lot of things. Was it Artemis Fowl? I think got a TV show or film, and it was dreadful. That was that Terry Pratchett. Ron would know. But he's downstairs, and he also didn't watch the show, and also isn't on the channel. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so this film, whichever. It's been a while since we've done a TV show. I think Fallout probably was the last one we did. That was that earlier this year? Was Fallout this year? I don't know. It's been a long time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's surprisingly bloody for a TV show that's made by Sky.
Sweetpea is also based on a show. Fun fact.
Yeah, it's not really marketed as such. Usually it's based on the novels by...
I haven't read the book, so I can't give any comparisons of the book / the TV show.
Yeah, this isn't like when we did Jurassic Park and I had read the novel like a smart-ass, and the second one. So we had nothing to go off. We went mostly completely blind, except for Madam and her spoilers on TikTok.
But to give a summary of the TV show, it's basically about a woman who lives with her dad, because we all live with our parents now, don't we, guys? Because we can't afford to move out. Thanks, government.
Thanks, government. We won't go into that. We try to keep this... Occasionally the mask slips and we talk about our disliking of the government, but you will struggle to find anyone who does like the government. But anyway.
Mother left when she was a child, and she has a sister, but the sister's doing...
She's away in America or something, I think.
Something like that.
She does come back right at the very end.
But she's doing well in life, and obviously their dad passes away, and is Ella creepy?
Ella's her real name. I
Sorry.
can't remember her name.
I can't remember. Well, anyway,
we for some context, we watched this about a week ago, and a lot of stuff has happened in between.
Anyway, Sweetpea is living at home, has the house, and also has a very cute little doggy. who unfortunately gets.
Oh yeah, spoilers. We will say that. Now. Rhiannon, that's her name in this.
Yes.
This show is not afraid to kill things, including the dog.
Yeah, the dog get by a car because Rhiannon was too busy looking at a billboard of her worst enemy,
A childhood bully.
The only thing I will say, it does actually talk about a very difficult medical condition that isn't talked about a lot, and that is when, I don't know what the practical term is, but when people pull their hair out.
Yeah, we don't know what it's called. We don't do that much research, and it's a depressing thing to look up.
It's a illness.
Yeah, it's a real disorder that people have.
And it makes a change from seeing I'm really sorry, you hear a lot of domestic storylines, cancer storylines. It's not often you hear about the other illnesses that aren't life-threatening, but
yeah, stuff that isn't spoken out yet. As it's been a while since we've done a review.
The effects of bullying is also mentioned a lot with Rhiannon and how it affects her adulthood.
That does play into her character a lot as well, and why she starts murdering people. It's because she justifies it by the people she kills, at least to begin with, are people who she sees as bullies. And that's mostly correct, minus right at the end, her last victim of the show. It wouldn't surprise me if this doesn't get another season anyway. We do have to talk about the kills.
The cliffhanger.
But yeah. The kills, as I mentioned, are surprisingly bloody for a TV show made by Sky.
Well, the first one, to be fair, was accidental because
the first one was a heat of the moment thing where
I think, if I remember correctly, Guy urinated on her, and she's fed up of not being seen and heard, and that kind of stuff. And then
she stabs him a lot. It's sort of a heat of the moment. I think he does threaten her, but because she has her dad's knife on her for whatever reason, she just fucking goes ham and just stabs him loads, and the blood just hisses out.
May we add that she got away with that murder because she she slowly rolled his body into the river, and because it was raining heavily, apparently that compromised any DNA on him of her DNA.
That reminds me, there is a lot in this show that you have to sort of stretch your imagination for fiction, I know. But my god, she is the sketchiest fucking woman who has very obviously killed someone. She panics at the thought of it and is visibly unnerved the entire time.
Multiple times, and
nobody was like, are you okay?
I don't know if it's because there's the stereotype. She's a woman, she's slim, she looks innocent, she can't do anything like that, she can't be a killer.
Yeah, but still,
that type.
I don't think real life police detectives would go, yeah, she may be acting sketchy and jumping at every moment where we mention a murder.
To be fair, there was that one annoying police officer.
Oh, that character was weird. It's the character that's oh, I know you did it, but I have no real proof you did it, and no one believes that you did it.
Oh, and here's a fun fact: if any of you have watched EastEnders and you remember the Masood family, back in 2000s, he's in this as well. Because I just randomly was oh, it's Masood.
I recognised him. I didn't know it was him from EastEnders, but that explains it. I can't find him. Is it Rory? Nitin Ganatra, if I butchered that. Masood Ahmed in EastEnders from 2007 to 2019. We've gone off track now. But yeah, it's weird how much she gets away with, despite how much she really dobs herself in on it. But that could just be part of it. But everyone who does die, except for the guy at the end, are characters that deserved it. I wouldn't say deserved it sounds bad, but they're not evil characters. They're just dicks. Minus her bully's husband or fiance, whichever it was.
I was gonna say the only one I agree with that.
And the guy, the first kill, he was pissed and he was being a bit aggro, but I wouldn't say he really deserved it.
No.
But the fiance that was a bit of an abuser, but yeah, he fucking
'cause
gets that one.
There was a really uncomfortable where he thought she'd had
Is this a word that you don't want to use for the sake of?
he thought she had some eggs with the kidnapper, which is bloody mental. And then
It happens. That's why Stockholm Syndrome's a thing. If you want to get kind of sad but confused, look that up. Yeah, that wasn't pleasant, but it happens, I suppose. Yeah, we were surprisingly gripped by it. I think the acting was really stellar as well, even from like the minor characters that didn't really have a lot to do with the plot. They were still really good. Especially the dickheads, they acted well for being arseholes, which is always a fun role to play, I can imagine. We definitely do best kill, worst kill, because it's a show where people die. Still weird saying show, we'll get the hang of that eventually, but it takes so long to do a full TV show sometimes. Best kill can easily go to Jeff, her knobhead co-worker, who just gets obliterated by a truck on his bike. Yeah. For a show where it's mostly people like being stabbed to death, this guy gets absolutely like, not even flattened, he just turns into like a paste on the pavement and it's all shown, it's like, ugh. And I thought, oh, maybe his helmet cam is going to play into her getting arrested or something. No, there's nothing to do with that. And the worst kill, I think, maybe can go to the fiancé character, because he falls onto some bricks and dies. I think, considering the stabs...
I was going to say the lover boy at the end, because it was like she was...
Oh, that was sad.
She was finally going to get a happy ending, and then she fucked up for herself.
Yeah, but... the thing is, although it's a sad death, though... I don't know. Well, yeah, we don't have to agree on everything, but yeah... That was a sad ending, but we all knew it was coming. It's one of those shows where it's like... You know it's coming. Like, this woman is not going to get away with it, and whether she does or doesn't is left up to... Oh my god, Masood is going to be in Wednesday. I just saw it there. Sorry. Yeah, it's one of those shows where it's like, they're not going to get away with this, and obviously, it's up to interpretation as of recording. Season 2 hasn't been confirmed, but we'll be quite disappointed if it doesn't, but... Leaving it up to interpretation may be for the best. Because what else can they do?
She's just now killed Loverboy. It's like, is she gonna kill her own sister to keep the secret going, or is she gonna be caught? Like, if there's another book, can someone let me know?
We don't know. We probably should have looked up the ending to the book and seen how the book ends. But yeah, other than that, that is about it for what we can really say. It is really hot in here, by the way. Someone left the heating on for too long. Not mentioning any names. But yeah, that about does it. We really enjoyed it. We have now TV. We've got another TV series we've watched that we'll cover back to back with this one. So yeah, look forward to that if you care. I've been your host as ever. You look like you were going to say something.
Let me give you a little hint. Disgusting, foul mouth.
It's a toy.
Tiny. Can I say tiny? Tiny object? I can't even.
He's not tiny.
You can't say person.
Anyway, he's a toy that we have covered the films of already. There you go. That will do. But yeah, I've been your host as ever, Purple8. Thank you ever so much for listening. I have been joined once more by the Obsidian Nook / PetalSMR, whose links you can find in the description down below, alongside all of mine, and we will see you next time.